Welcome to our video on the top places to visit on the gorgeous Mediterranean island of Mallorca. We've just got back from an epic 10-day trip around the island and have created a video on the top things to see and do, which you can hopefully use to plan your own trip. This gem of a seaside destination is known for its vibrant capital, Palma, its beautiful beach coves and endless collection of resort towns. It also has some stunning scenery and natural attractions. We were amazed at the sheer number of things to do in Mallorca, so much so you could spend 3 weeks here and still not see everything. In this video, you'll find everything from mountain viewpoints and traditional towns to beaches, botanical gardens and medieval castles. Pour a glass of sangria and join us for a 10-day trip around Mallorca. Cala Romantica is our favourite beach cove in Mallorca. The seawater in the bay is crystal clear and the sheltered location makes it a great place for swimming. It also has a unique phenomenon where the sand appears pink on the shoreline due to the coral in the sand. We recommend visiting Cala Romantica for a beach morning or afternoon. You can hire a sun lounger for the day or take a towel and lie in the sand. There's a selection of bars and restaurants where you can grab some lunch. Located to the northeast corner of the island, Alcudia's medieval Old Town is a perfect spot for sightseeing, gift shopping and eating out. Terracotta stone buildings, narrow alleyways and bustling squares make it unlike most of the other places in our video. Spend time browsing the market stalls, grab a drink or lunch in one of the many affordable cafes, or walk along the castle walls. A complete contrast to the Old Town centre we've just mentioned, Alcudia Seafront is one of the biggest tourist spots on the island. A long promenade and miles of sandy beach make it a top place to stay for anyone on holiday in Mallorca. Stop by Alcudia Seafront during the day to relax on the beach or enjoy a drink in one of the beach clubs. Walk along the promenade and you'll reach the marina, which is a great place to join a boat trip. If you like our videos so far, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.
Next up is one of Mallorca's most popular day trips. Every day, crowds of tourists descend on this tiny mountain village to explore its charming old centre. Colourful, narrow streets, a bustling square with a Gothic church, and 2 botanical gardens are some of the top sights to see in Sóller. The journey to Sóller is just as exciting as the town itself. You can drive or get the bus there, but the most unique transport option is to take a 100-plus-year-old train from Palma on a scenic journey through the mountainside. A short drive or train ride from Sóller town centre, the port and seaside area of Port de Sóller is well worth the extra trip. Unlike the rustic traditional centre, Port de Sóller is a vibrant promenade of restaurants, cafes and ice cream stands. It has a good collection of sandy beaches, a picturesque marina and a lighthouse viewpoint. It's the perfect place to wind down after a morning of sightseeing in town. As the bay is sheltered, it's a good spot for swimming and the water is a bright blue turquoise colour.
We always love exploring botanical gardens, so as soon as we heard about Mallorca's Alfabia Gardens, we just had to visit. This small, beautiful garden has an entrance fee of €9. It's home to a collection of neatly manicured hedges, tropical plants, flower gardens and water features. It also has a picturesque cafe with a terrace view of a lake. We really enjoyed wandering around Alfabia Gardens and highly recommend checking it out on a day trip to the Sóller area. Mallorca has many impressive caves scattered along its coastline. Drac Caves is the most well known, but is also extremely touristy. After reading reviews online, we opted for the quieter and equally as beautiful Arta Caves. To visit Arta Caves, you'll need to join a guided tour. Tours take place every half an hour throughout the day, walking you through the deepest and darkest parts of the cavern. Click the link in the description box to book your tickets to Arta Caves on Get Your Guide.
Prepare to be blown away by Mallorca's most epic viewpoint. The sanctuary of St Salvador is a 14th century monastery that's perched on top of a steep hill at 509 metres above sea level. As the surrounding land is flat, the hilltop feels much higher than it actually is, providing some stunning views of the surroundings. To get there, you'll need to drive up a series of winding mountain roads until you reach the summit. At the top of the hill is a small chapel with a Gothic altarpiece, a shrine, and the most impressive part of the monastery, a 7-metre copper monument of Christ the King. Mondrago is a national park on Mallorca's east coast that stretches for almost 2,000 acres. It's full of hiking trails, viewpoints, nature walks, and of course some excellent beaches. All of the beaches here are sheltered, so they're a good spot for swimming and paddleboarding. There's plenty to see in the park, and you aren't confined to one beach for the day. There's a selection of 3. If you aren't a beach lover, we recommend visiting solely for the beautiful coastal scenery.
Known for its narrow duo of marinas and narrow harbour passage, Cala Figuera port town is one of the prettiest coastal spots in Mallorca. Visit Cala Figuera and you can walk the full length of the marina, getting up close to the boats and stopping at the many viewpoints. We found the town to have some excellent restaurants and cafes. It's small, quaint, and a nice place to explore for a couple of hours whilst touring the beaches on Mallorca's southeast coast. We're not done with beaches just yet. Cala Llombards is a beach that has taken the world of social media by storm. This tiny cove has quickly become one of the most famous beach locations in the Mediterranean. It's undoubtedly one of the island's most beautiful beaches, but it gets very busy, so we recommend arriving early morning before 10 a.m. Check the description box for a map that features all of the places in our video.
You can't visit Mallorca without exploring its vibrant capital city, Palma. It's a cosmopolitan, beaten heart of the island, feeling much like Barcelona or another Spanish port city. Palma is also a popular cruise port. Every day, crowds of tourists descend on the capital for a day of sightseeing. You can see the many sights of Palma in a full-day trip. Go shopping on Paseo del Bon, a golden mile of designer and high street stores. Browse the old monuments, buildings and gift shops of the old town, or soak in the atmosphere at Palma's market, Mercat de Saliver. Other Palma attractions you can't miss include Belvedere Castle and the iconic cathedral. The church is currently rated the #1 place to visit in Mallorca on TripAdvisor.
Mallorca may be an island known for its beaches, but it also has some pretty impressive mountains. Tramuntana National Park stretches across the entire north of the island, featuring winding roads, vast forests of pine trees, and some epic viewpoints. The best way to see Tramuntana National Park is to hire a car. Do what we did and spend the day driving through the park, stopping at the many viewpoints, villages, and artificial dam lakes. The scenery here is some of the best you'll see during your trip, and the mountains can be very peaceful. If it's not too hot, you might want to challenge yourself to a hike. Fornalutx is one of the North's traditional mountain villages. Nestled in the hillside of Tramuntana National Park, This charming village is a nice place to explore on foot for a couple of hours. Its narrow alleyways, sandstone buildings, and traditional old town atmosphere is unlike other places in our video. Fornalutx feels quiet and peaceful. Wander the streets, take some nice photos, and stop in one of the mountain view restaurants for a cool drink. Another top site to see in Tramuntana National Park is Calobra, a tiny town and coastal road that leads to a beach. The Calobra route is famous for its sharp hairpin turns and epic views as you drive down the mountainside into town. The road and surrounding mountain scenery make it the most visually stunning place we visited in Mallorca. Once you reach the end of the winding road, you'll have to walk through a cave to get to Calobra's hidden gem, a pretty little beach cove with mountains on either side.
Cala Mesquida is another one of the island's most beautiful coastal spots. This golden sand beach is part of a protected national park. As it's so large, there's plenty of room, so it never feels too crowded, even in the busy summer months. It's picturesque, comfortable, and as the bay is sheltered, it's a great place for swimming. It has shallow water that stretches out for hundreds of meters. Next up is another one of the island's iconic historic sites. Capdepera Castle is the shining star of a small town called Capdepera. Built during the 14th century, this hilltop fortress dominates the town's skyline. It's a well-preserved castle with some excellent views of the countryside, turrets and walls that you can climb, and several museum exhibits. Entrance to Capdepera Castle costs only a few euros per person, so it's well worth a visit. It's very different from the other places you'll see in Mallorca.
The Cala Ratjada and Capdepera area is home to one of Mallorca's most visually stunning coastlines. The town itself is small and quiet, featuring a good selection of bars and restaurants and a scenic marina. Venture to the coastline and you'll find the dramatic rock formations of Punta de Capdepera. Capture some nice photos of the lighthouse or walk carefully along the cliffside to get a good view of the crashing waves below. Cala Sant Vicenç is a tiny town on the northeast of Mallorca, right next to the protected Formentor National Park. Visit the town to see the three beautiful coves, Cala Clara, Cala Carbo and Cala Molins. All bays are great for swimming, and there are plenty of scenic viewpoints, walks and cafes for those of you that don't fancy relaxing on the beach. To see Formentor National Park itself, drive over to Cap de Formentor. It's the northernmost point in Mallorca, featuring a series of winding cliffside roads, tiny beaches that are difficult to access, and several viewpoints. The scenery here is unbelievable. The best way to see Formentor is by hiring a car or joining a guided tour.
Pollença is one of our top beach town recommendations. Unlike other tourist towns in the area, Pollença feels laid back and quiet. Go for a scenic harbourside stroll, relax on the beach or have lunch with a view and sample some delicious and affordable local food. We found Pollença to have an excellent collection of bars, restaurants and cafes. Prices seem more affordable than neighbouring tourist towns and many eateries feel authentic. Mallorcan markets take place throughout the week in towns and villages around the island. The town of Santyani is where you'll find one of the largest and most diverse markets. Every Friday, tourists and locals flock to the small town to browse its collection of hundreds of stalls. Wine, clothing, handmade gifts, food, drink and homeware are just some of the things you can find here. We love the upbeat atmosphere, and whilst we didn't buy anything, it was nice to look around.
Cala Millor is another one of Mallorca's popular tourist resorts. For many years, it has been a top place to stay for its selection of hotels, bars, restaurants, and of course its long sandy beach. The Cala Millor beach is right in front of the promenade, so you have easy access no matter which hotel you're staying in. Stop by Cala Millor for a relaxing beach day with all the facilities you need right on your doorstep. There are some excellent cafe and restaurant options for lunch, and if you stay until the evening, you get to experience the town's upbeat nightlife and shopping scene. Cala Bona is where we chose to base ourselves for our visit to Mallorca. It's one of the best places to visit for a slow stroll along its seaside promenade, gift shopping, or enjoying lunch with a view in the small marina. It's quite touristy, but it has a fun, family atmosphere and some excellent viewpoints. The highlight of any trip to Cala Bona is a long promenade, which stretches all the way to Cala Millor in the south.
The last recommendation in our video is for those that enjoy some retail therapy on holiday. This large, well-maintained outlet centre is the best place for brand shopping in Mallorca. It has a good selection of global fashion brands, plus some bars and restaurants for when you want to take a break from shopping. During our 10 days in Mallorca, we stayed at the Protur Hotel in Cala Bona. Its east coast location was excellent for exploring the island, with almost everything in our video being less than a 1 hour drive away. The hotel is adults only and has an excellent location right on the promenade. It's a great choice for those that want a comfortable, moderately priced hotel with a quiet atmosphere. We've included the link to book the hotel in the description, along with some other hotel recommendations.
That wraps up our video on the top things to see and do in Mallorca. If you have any questions about any of the places we featured, or would like to share your own recommendations, be sure to post a comment. Check the description for helpful website links for the places we featured and an interactive Google map. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more travel ideas. Thanks for watching.